Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Glambitious platform. This season, we're spotlighting dynamic speakers around the world. And Lisa Stringer Bailey is a Glambitious certified speaker. You have seen her on our platform many, many times in person and virtually. So, Lisa, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Stringer Bailey. I'm the owner of Triple M Money Management Matters. I am a financial coach. I am a life insurance professional. I am an author and I am a speaker. I'm from Gainesville, Georgia, and just happy to be here this morning.
Fantastic. So, tell us a little bit about your journey into becoming a public speaker.
Wow. I would say it really stemmed back from when I was a teenager. Growing up in the church, down here in the South, we used to have these oratorical contests where we would speak in front of like the Christian Congress organizations. And I can remember speaking then, getting up and speaking and reciting scripture and things like that. But as the years went on, I kind of lost it. But when I started my business back in 2015, Triple M Money Management Matters, it was a calling from God really for the business. And then as I started to grow my business, I started to realize that my voice, my message needed to go out further than just my little community here in Georgia. So God told me to speak. He told me to spread my message, to speak to larger audiences. And then actually I was at a conference, a women's conference one day, and a prophet spoke over my life and said she could see me speaking on stages in front of young people. And I was like, how you when somebody have a prophetic word over you, you kind of be like, yeah, right, okay. But now, and I think that was maybe 6 years ago, now it's coming to fruition. And I was like, look at God. So it's really a God thing. I'm just really a vessel trying to live my purpose that God has given me to educate people about finances and having financial literacy, and leaving a financial legacy for their children and their children's children.
Absolutely. And that is so important, especially for the Black community. So tell us what your top two topics are when you're speaking and just going a little bit of depth about, what you're speaking on usually.
Well, my first main topic is financial security. I try to express to people the importance of having a solid foundation around their finances, which begins with money management, right? Which begins also with budgeting and planning your money out. I educate on how important it is to save, for emergency situations, save for big purchases, or even smaller purchases, so that you don't find yourself getting into debt, for the things that you want in life. And then I talk about the security part. It's not just now, but also in the future for your retirement. Because I see so many of our people who can't stop working. They can't retire because they haven't fully prepared for retirement. They don't have what we call a nest egg, or a retirement plan, or a 401k plan, or annuities and things like this that they just don't, we don't know about. So that's the part of the financial education, is so that we can know. And when we know better, we do better. So then we can start preparing for our retirement. So when we get retirement age, we ain't got to be working. We ain't got to go back to work. When we retire, we can truly retire and be financially secure. Now, the second topic I like to talk about again is the life insurance piece, because this is really where I have my experience with my family members who passed away without life insurance, and how devastating it was financially for us, to the point where we lost my parents' homes. My father died, he didn't have life insurance. And because of that, I lost his property, something that he worked hard for. He had land, he had a trailer. And because I was uneducated about how, life insurance work, and property and all that work, I lost it. I sold it for way less than what it was worth. So education around being prepared with life insurance. Because if you have life insurance in place, God forbid, if something happened to you or someone, some of your loved ones, your children, even your children should have life insurance, your parents, anything, then you don't have to worry about where the money's coming from, just to lay them to rest, right? And then if you can put something in place of a larger number, let's say, 50, $100,000, what could that do for your children that you have left behind? That could put them in a better situation. They are secure in their housing, they're secured in their education, they're secured in just having food on the table. You just don't know what may happen when your income is no longer there. So I talk a lot about securing your financial future and protecting your finances.
Fantastic. And you mentioned 401k planning and that type of thing, so that people can retire. Now, for people who are
Yes.
entrepreneurs, they don't have a 401k plan through a company. So, what is
Right.
your advice to them?
Absolutely. There are other investment avenues for entrepreneurs like Roth IRAs. They what's the other one? It's called individual retirement accounts that you can set up, health savings accounts that you can set up. The main thing that I would say is um, connect with a financial advisor that can show you the different, it's a lot of different ways that you can place your money for the future for retirement. And then you want to open up what they call a brokerage account. So with the brokerage account you can put, retirement monies in there, and then it'll grow, and then you can get tax breaks and all kind of things like that with it. But another avenue that goes along with insurance is called annuities. Now, an annuity is an insurance product that you can put money in, and then at your retirement, they will automatically send you monthly installments from that annuity that you can live off of. So it's almost like, like your Social Security, if we have it in the next 20, 30 years, okay? Your Social Security come every month, then this annuity payment can come every month as well. So that's another option.
Thank you for sharing that, because a large part of my network are entrepreneurs. And, a lot of us started
Yes.
businesses young and just expected to get wealthy. So we may not have prepared certain things like
Mm-hmm.
Roth IRA or annuity. So thank you for sharing that. And if you're watching and you need more guidance, be assured that Lisa can help you, because she is a financial expert, in addition, of course, to being a speaker. So, being a public speaker is the number two fear, they say, like, in the world. People are so scared to speak in front of people. What
Yeah.
advice would you give to help a woman overcome that fear?
Wow, that's a good question because I'm one of the ones, honey, that was scared out my mind to get up on stages. But really, what helped me was just having more confidence in myself. Again, I say this is a God business, and because I am a Christian based business, I'm a Christian. I prayed a lot and asked God to give me the confidence. I was like, God, if you gave me this business, you gave me this ministry, you gave me this purpose, then God, give me the confidence, take all the fear away as I'm doing this, as I'm going up on stage. So that's one of the things I definitely do is I pray, just pray for strength, and just know that I actually, well, for me, because it was so bad for me, I had to invest in a coach. I invested in a coach that kind of coached me through my fear. There's a scripture in the Bible that said God has not given us the spirit of fear. So if you're a Christian woman, you believe in God, you believe in a higher power, then you believe that God didn't give you fear. So you have to think in your mind that this is not from God. And I'm not going to accept it. So I'm not fearful. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go up on this stage, tell my message, just be yourself. That's another tip, just to be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't think about all the other speakers that you may listen to and watch. And I was guilty of that too, looking at other speakers and trying to live up to them, but you can't. You have to be yourself, what God has ordained for you to do, because we're all unique and we all have our own unique message, our own unique way of saying things. And just have to do it, and just feel assured that this is what God has for you. So and if it's your purpose, we have to do what God has told us to do. We have to be obedient. If so,
Absolutely. That's great advice, to just simply pray for peace before you
yeah,
go on stage. Feel the
yeah,
fear and do it anyway. And with
yes,
time, that nervousness will dissipate to where you may feel a little nervous, but you
hmm,
won't be wrecked with nerves. So that's great advice.
yeah.
What's next for you in 2025 and how can people book you to speak?
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I am definitely being busy. I'm actually speaking this week, Monday and Tuesday, here in Atlanta. I'm going to be speaking for Mental Mania. It is an organization that's speaking to some of the youth, the young adults at the HBCUs in Atlanta. So I'll be speaking on that stage on Monday and Tuesday this week coming up. And then next week, I am speaking in Bali. Oh my goodness, I am super excited because I have not flown overseas in years since I was in the Navy. That was my last over, like they say, flying over the pond. Okay. I ain't did that in, oh my gosh, over 20 years. So I'm super psyched and excited about that. I'm going to be speaking for a wealth academy with Pastor Monica Haskell in her organization, PM Global. So I'm excited about that. And then I'll be in Essence again. I know last year I spoke at the Glambitious brunch in Essence, but I'll be down there again with another organization, Mom Biz Boss. Going to be speaking to a group of ladies there. So I am just booked and busy, and I'm super excited and so grateful to God that He's given me these opportunities. So if anyone's listening and you would like to book me to come in and speak to your small group, your organization, your church on financial literacy or life insurance, you can go to my website at lisastringerbailey.com. And you can also follow me on social media at Lisa Stringer Bailey on Facebook and Manage Money Matters on IG. And hit me up in the DM.
Fantastic. Now, ma'am, you mentioned you're coming to Essence Fest. What day is your brunch event on that weekend?
It's the Saturday.
Okay, so that
So
means Sunday. You can come and join us at the Glambitious brunch.
so the brunch is on Sunday this
It's
year?
on Sunday this year. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize that.
Yes, ma'am. It's on Sunday. So you
Okay.
can definitely, join us on Sunday for the all white Glambitious brunch. I
Yeah.
applaud you, for sharing your gift around the country, around the world, because you're going to Bali soon.
Yes.
It's really empowering people in their finances because it is so imperative for the Black community that we learn and get educated and take action as it relates to our finances. So thank you so much, Lisa, for hopping on and just, talking about your journey as a speaker and what you offer. For those of you, again, if you're looking to book a speaker in the area of finances or faith, make sure you contact Lisa Stringer Bailey because she is a Glambitious certified speaker. And thank you all for tuning in to the Glambitious platform.